Barrow culture of the Western Balts. The people of the Western Balts Barrow culture lived between 1700 BCE in the beginning of the Common Era. The most densely populated area was the Sambian Peninsula by the Baltic Sea and its surroundings. A considerable number also lived along the Lithuanian coast. Their burial monuments can be found in places such as Barrow, Šlažiai, Mišeikiai, Egliškiai, Kurmichai, and others. We know little about their settlements. In the second millennium BCE, they lived in open settlements protected by natural obstacles, but closer to our times, they began building their settlements on hill forts. Their houses were built above ground from vertically dug-in logs with gabled roofs. Inside, the space was divided into utility and living areas, where large extended families lived. Parents, children, and their families, grandchildren, and theirs. Looking at the complex stone structures hidden in the barrows, one can see that they meticulously constructed an eternal home, and depending on the period, prepared the body differently for the afterlife. Until the beginning of the first millennium, the dead were not cremated. Later they were, but by the 2nd century BCE, the custom of not cremating the bodies returned. It is said that by burning the body, the soul is released. But then again, a tunnel to the Star of the Dead was built for the Egyptian pharaoh's soul journey without cremating the body. What is certain is that the builders of the eternal home chose the form of the sun. The circular stone central pedestal held the remains, and it was surrounded by 2 or 3 multi-tiered stone rings sharing one center. Like rays of the sun, they lit the eternal world and warmed its inhabitants. The barrows seem to echo the tradition of the extended family. The central platform was reserved for the head of the family, and the other spaces were arranged by seniority. For this reason, the barrows were large and used for burials over a long period. When urns came into use, they were covered with stones. Sometimes, as in Mišeikiai, the cremated remains were placed in a small house made of hewn fieldstones. Everyday life revolved around cultivating the land, herding animals, hunting game and fishing, collecting honey, and otherwise providing for their sustenance. Copper, zinc, and other metals flowed generously from Europe's southern copper mines in exchange for the much-desired Baltic amber. This is evidenced by the abundant finds of bronze axes, daggers, and spears, as well as ornate jewelry made by local craftsmen. Bronze dress pins of various shapes, temple and neck ornaments. The far-reaching amber trade is confirmed by finds of our amber in alpine copper mines. In the Peloponnese and Crete, northern Italy, the Caucasus, the shores of the Black and Caspian Seas, Syria, and Palestine. Amber was mentioned by Homer in the Iliad and the Odyssey, and by Herodotus in the Histories. The people of the Western Balts Barrow culture, during the Bronze and early Iron Ages, laid the foundations for our Baltic culture. Its manufacturing traditions, ornaments, and customs spread widely across the lands of the future generations of Balts,